Good morning, everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook land, and my followers on Twitter. It is another beautiful, beautiful day in the city of Houston. I had a few more errands to run, so I am out on these streets. But you know what? One of the things that I find the most important in life is to turn your errands into fun time. And that's exactly what I do. Look at those skies, not a cloud in the sky. I think the temperature's in the 60s. So that's a win. Man, I hate going to the post office. But so far this week, I've gone to the post office at least 3 or 4 times, dropping off packages. And yeah, they're related to business, so it's a must go. The beacon service is picking up tremendously, and not only are we acquiring new clients, but many of our clients are asking for additional beacons, so that's a win. For them, for us, it's all about growth. Man, I tell you, I'm low on gas. I think I need to make a stop. Yeah. So I got a question for you guys. Do you top off when you're at like half a tank, or do you do what I do most of the time and just run it down and then fill up with fresh gas? Now, I'll tell you something that a lot of people probably do not know is that gasoline only has a shelf life of about 3 weeks. And I remember I was talking to one of my brothers in the club, and he's a racer, and he has racing fuel, at his house, and for his bikes and stuff like that. And he's like, hey man, if you want some racing fuel for that Busa, so you can make it act all kind of wild and crazy. I was like, no. But it is good for keeping everything clean because it burns very clean. But what a lot of people are not aware of, and I may be wrong when it comes to racing fuel, but I think the formula is true to all gasoline. If you do the research and you look up shelf life of gasoline, it says that it's only good for about 2 to 3 weeks. And what's even worse is, by the time the gas makes it to your pump, into the ground, it's probably already a week old. Sometimes maybe even more. And that could be a big, big issue if you, fill up your tank and then your bike sits for, a week or so. I'm not saying that it's going to be tremendous enough, of an effect on your bike that it won't run, because that's not the case. But you're not going to get the performance, you're not going to get the cleaning agents, doing their job, as efficiently as they should be doing their job. Now, one of the things that I have used in all my other bikes is like an octane booster. And, you can get these at, AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts, things like that. And, just want to make sure it's something that's, safe for your bike. Or you could check with your dealer, or even some of your buddies, that may be running something like that. And I mean, I've in the past, used it on my Gen 1 Busa, on my R1, because it was notorious for fuel related issues, and I think that just could be the age of the bike at the time. Also, way back when, we were running some type of fuel cleaner, even in our Gixxers, and all the way back, to the the Shrags that I had, the 750, because some of those, the one I had was fuel injected, but a lot of those bikes before that were carbureted, You know, so that was always an issue with carbureted, you know, bikes. I don't think there's very many of those left, you know, other than maybe in somebody's personal collection. But just saying, you know, how many of you guys, because like right now, I don't know if you can see that down there, I'm a little over half or a quarter of a tank. Now, you would think, oh, well, you know, quarter of a tank, you're on a bike, you should be good to go. Nope, I'm on a Hayabusa. So that means that's enough gas to get to the next gas station. So don't play around with that, because you may be on the side of the road waiting for roadside assistance. Nope, ain't gonna do it. So I tell you guys, one of the things that I really have been getting into in the last couple of days, or should I say the last weeks, is catching up on some of the new shows that have come out. You know, Netflix has some new stuff out. Finally, The Punisher is on Netflix. I started watching it, you know, I think the first day or the day after it first released. I started losing interest, you know, after Iron Fist, because the production and the character development just wasn't there. Luke Cage was pretty good. Jessica Jones, you know, I like Jessica Jones, you know, somewhat dark, but, you know, Marvel, from what I've seen so far, pushes toward what is actually in the graphic novels, you know, what's in the comic books, where DC is going somewhat in a different direction. There's a more PG rated, you know, if you're watching, you know, WB, The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, any of those shows, if you're into any of those type of sci-fi, you notice that it has more of a PG feel to it. Now Gotham, on the other hand, you know, is kind of on the fence. You know, you got a lot of violence in there, you got some gore, but nothing like The Punisher. The Punisher redeemed Netflix attempt at doing, you know, Marvel shows for me. Now, you guys may think, you know, totally different about it and say, oh, you know, the show was crap, you know, whatever. But I say give it a shot. You know, I mean, if you have Netflix, it doesn't cost you anything additional. You know, even though Netflix just went up on their fees a couple of weeks ago. But, you know, hey man, you know, if you like the entertainment and there's, you know, enough entertainment there that will keep you entertained for your $10 or whatever it is a month, then go for it. Now, I have been interested in possibly signing up for Hulu, because I have seen a couple of shows that will probably interest me. I'm going to have to, you know, skim through there and see if there's enough to justify me subscribing to Hulu. But like I said, so far, Netflix is on its way. If those of you that, you know, have Amazon, they have a couple of, you know, cool shows. I can't name one off the top of my head because I don't really watch a lot of the Amazon productions. But Netflix is growing, it's getting there, and I think over the next couple of years we're going to see a tremendous growth in the quality of the type of shows that are on there. And I mean, you'll find, if you're into Netflix, you'll find some of, you know, the mainstream movies are on there. A lot of them are on there, you know, probably movies that you never even thought about or that you would be interested in, or that you may have missed at the theater. Now, a lot of these are also going to be on cable, you know, like Rogue One or something like that. But, you know, if you have DirecTV or Comcast, you can probably watch it on demand. So if you don't have Netflix, you may not really need it for that. But, you know, the Netflix and Hulu originals, the only place you're really going to see that is going to be, for the most part, on Netflix. And what was it the other day? I was talking to one of the guys about that they'd never seen before. Have you guys ever seen Ride with Regis Norman? I think his last name is Norman. But anyway, he's one of the main characters from The Walking Dead, and he has another show on motorcycles. And, you know, he's out on his dual sports or, you know, whatever bikes that he's riding for the season. And he rides all over the country, meeting up with sometimes celebrities, other times bike builders, people in the motorcycle community, and just hanging out, you know, having a good time. And I mean, it's still, you know, exciting, you know, to me somewhat when you see celebrities that are really into, you know, our lifestyle, and they get out and they ride pretty much as they can. And you know what's the benefit or plus for him is that his character on The Walking Dead is a biker, so he rides in the show. So I don't know if that's something you guys would be into. I have found some of the episodes and shorter snippets of the episodes on YouTube, and I will leave a link at the bottom of the video to some of his videos if you guys want to check it out. Check it out. So like I said, I've done my little errands for the day. I don't think I have anything else to do out, so I'm gonna ride around for a little bit. Definitely gonna be stopping for some gas, and then I might even, what time is it? Almost 11. I'll probably stop and get some coffee and just chill for a minute, sit out and enjoy some tunes, hit my old vape, and just do what I do, man. So I hope you guys are having as productive of a day, enjoying yourselves, getting out. I know many times people can't, you know, ride to work and things like that, but if you can, and you can get out on your bike every day, man, do it. Do it while the weather's still good, because you know it's going to start getting cold in many places pretty soon. The truck tires are so loud. There was another truck passed me earlier, and I mean, I swear you, the truck was probably about at least 3 car lengths ahead of me, and it sounded like he was literally right next to me because the tires were so loud. But hey, there's a warning sign. Look out for that big truck, don't get run over. So I ain't complaining about it, just an observation. Alright people, it's your boy Rome. I will catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment,